behind the Hurricane, a spot where no one else is really actively building or giving them any trouble. And then again, they pull towards the front side of zone, new territory that no one's claimed just yet. Taysom Mustache going to be slightly beside him. Default falls once again as he gets shot out from the sky. Malibuca and Thomas also on the low ground. So a lot of these teams are just resetting by touching the earth. Artor gonna go down as Vanyak is in a lot of trouble. Looking at fights from box to box. He gets 2 minutes to pop, and now it's all up to him to deal some big damage.
Yeah, he has to make something happen. You can see just blading into the zone. Just trying to claim a position on the front. Down to bare wood. And he has to be careful. There's players all around him. Those players beneath him might be an opportunity for him. Trulitz and Cheeky just running away. There's a player here on this player as well. The shot doesn't connect. He's still going to look for it though, because he knows he has to connect with a shotgun if there's any hope of staying alive in this game.
Every inch of new land taken over. Every box that's open is Solo trying to survive is taken out. If you do not move fast enough, if you're not at caliber, you are gone. And Tayson falls under the stress test as well. Malibuca not going to be able to heal this one out. Thomas HD has that slurp and toe, but does he have the time to actually pop it is the question. Pressured once again, you do not have a second to think in this endgame.
Nobody has the time. It doesn't exist. It's being squeezed out from beneath their feet. And Mr. Savage and Vidil, they're trying to do another one. They need another victory out, and they're set up perfectly to do so.
We talked about them having a peak game. That's exactly what they need to have a chance at that top 5, a chance at globals, and that's exactly what they're going to be reaching for here. They're all not looking so good, but I see a Knoll in the grass. I see a little bit of trouble here. That's Thomas HD that's moving in. Unorthodox rotation from the backside. He's popping that mist and rolling. Chabko on low. Looking to just weed out anyone that's coming in from the other side, but Ping has been active towards these back half of games. Zara also from the outside. They can see him, hears that mist popping. He's gonna block it off, but he lands a big one onto his opponent in front of him. A big reversal though as he goes down.
And Thomas is looking for it. He's hearing players going down, and he wants a bit more of the action himself. They already have so many limbs in this game, but a couple more would go such a long way. Thomas now desperately looking. He's dropped his shotgun though. What? Needs to pick that back up because the fight is brewing. It's Vidil right above his box. Bacon's fallen beneath him. It's now up to Vidil to try and win this one out.
Time has run out for the rest of the lobby. Thomas looking to hold it out. Still another duo alive, not just these two. A drop in the box and possibly too much pressure to handle Vidil with the ramp edit. It's good enough and they get a second win.
Vidil versus Thomas in a 1v1 there, and he wins it out. And Mr. Savage and Vidil picking up a second victory royale. This is 2 wins now today. We talk about big comebacks from teams. These guys are putting on a very, very big comeback.
Elegance. Elegance is this duo's tagline for this one. It looked like they were playing a completely different game on a wavelength of just peace from their boxes. They had no qualms with anyone until the end where Vidil drops down and causes havoc for the rest of the lobby.
And the impressive thing about this duo is that in the 2 games where a lot of the big name players, a lot of the players at the top of the leaderboards who haven't been able to step up in that game, they are the ones that come through playing those positions. They're looking like Queasy and Vino light right now when they're up on high, but they're making it happen. Game number 11, they win, and that's so huge in terms of pushing them in a position to qualify for the Global Championships.
One more step closer to globals, one more step closer to that top 5. Where are they specifically? And what happened to everyone else that was tossed in that EU blender? Only Adam and the analysts know the answers.
Yeah, we are desperate to find out exactly how the standings look with only 1 game left to play here in Grand Finals. But Vidil and Mr. Savage get a second victory royale of the day, and that is going to do wonders for their total score here, Taco. What a duo, and great to see them getting those points on the board.
Yeah, this really could not have come at a more pivotal moment for this duo because they knew 10th place, that's not enough. They need to try and escalate themselves into that 5th place or higher. Ideally, obviously in the top 5, but what's most impressive is that they really took full advantage of some dead side rotations after having built up enough damage threshold, because that's been, I think, one of the looming factors for this team is that they've had so many issues of not being able to actually maintain staying above that damage threshold, but as a team on height, they played it perfect.
Look, you can see that they won it. From the dead side rotates, like you said, Taco, to playing the late game perfectly. Looked like Queasy and Vino. Levin said it himself, up on the high ground. Vidil down below fragging. Savage prepared for the heal off if it needed to happen. But ultimately, securing that second victory royale that puts them just that much closer to qualifying Rage for the Global Championships.
It really does, it really does. I mean, you consider as well, we saw some of the eliminations there as well. Cammy and Seti and Thomas HD At this point in the competition, you have to go toe-to-toe with those top duos, and they're absolutely doing that. Let's take a closer look at the standings. Remember this as well, we are only one game away from our final total score. So this is how things currently stand here. We're going to take a look and see exactly. I can see, Taka, you're very keen to jump in. Which duo sticks out for you?
Well, it's mostly the fact that I'm noticing Merstash and Tayson, again, they're already qualified to global, so you immediately jump down to 6. But who's in 6? Malabuka and Thomas, which means Vidil and Mr. Savage, if they're able to close it out, could potentially see themselves solidifying a top 5 in the qualification for globals.
Look, right now, they are literally in qualifying range, but they're the cutoff. Mr. Savage and Vidil are the cutoff to qualify to global championships. Under them, iDrop and Mop. They're close, and it's still anybody's game.
It really is. I mean, we can see her as well. We saw them begin the day in second place here, but now Cammy and Seti in 4th position, going down 1 place. Okay, with 1 game to go, 458 points. I mean, they're still in a really good position on the leaderboard, and again, managing to sustain as a duo and get themselves into that end game and make sure that they do whatever they can to get a global championship spot.
Look, this is a team that won it all at the FNCS Invitational. If they can't qualify here in Major 2, it's not going to be the greatest circumstance. This is a duo that has such high standards set for themselves after that invitational performance. You know they want to be in globals. This is one of their best opportunities to solidify it.
They won it, and they almost have it. Cammy and Seti are just this close, but another duo that wants it as well. Vannyak and Karmi in the 3rd place spot on the leaderboard, 462 points. They are in qualifying range, but with 1 more match to be played out, they have to maintain that spot on the leaderboard.
And it's going to be a close finish as well for Karmi and Vannyak, because taking a look at the leaderboard points specifically, this team only at 462, Seti and Cammy 458, but they're all within a Victory Royale range of each other. If Vidil and Savage, for example, can collect another Victory Royale, or even iDrop and Mappy, it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
Yeah, that's what makes it most exciting, for, I guess, for you guys watching at home, us here in the studio as well. The fact that, yes, Queasy and Vino have been unbelievable across the 11 games we've seen here, but those spots here for global champs are so imperative because we know that they are like the gold dust in this competition. You want to get one because you want to be there in Copenhagen later this year. And I think with 1 single game left to go here, it's looking mighty, mighty exciting here. Let's take a look as well at Gripey and Flixia as well in 5th position here as well. 20 eliminations, 452 points in total right now. Again, a team that has got into that top kind of like upper echelon of players. And again, they are massively in contention here.
Right. I mean, Gripey was forced to clutch it out as a solo here in the most recent match. But, you know, when you need to make this 12th match.
He was just poised and ready to strike and took full advantage of iDrop and Map when they were trying to look for a